This is enough to grab some, okay? Handshake.
The code of honor is followed by Bryan Danielson and Nigel McGuinness non-title matchup between the ROH World Champion and former World Champion. ROH's greatest rivalry has come to Japan.
Lock up collar and elbow, jockeying for position. Both men immediately go to the corner. And it looks to be able to gain a clear-cut advantage here. Sinclair trying to get a break between these two, and we do get one. A great determined look on the face of Bryan Danielson. He's got him here in a non-title match, but you know he has his sights squarely set on a pay-per-view main event with the belt on the line.
Bryan Danielson looking to become the first wrestler in ROH history to be a two-time Ring of Honor World Champion. In order to do that, he needs to get through everyone that Nigel McGuinness has beaten on pay-per-view and get that shot on pay-per-view against Nigel and then pull out that win.
McGuinness controlling the hammerlock as Danielson back to his feet. This is effective hold for McGuinness with that leverage advantage due to the height advantage he enjoys over Danielson. And Danielson backs him to the ropes, trying to get the break, but a reversal by McGuinness. And it's Danielson now against the ropes. Does McGuinness give him the clean break?
3, 4.
They do. Clean break from Nigel, and he has until 5, referee. You know, even though Nigel McGuinness has defended that belt against a variety of different challengers from around the world, pretty much no matter who he's wrestling, he will always try to get in a slight little dig at Bryan Danielson during the course of the match.
Oh, even all the way here in Japan.
And even when his opponent is Bryan Danielson.
Just trying to get in the head of Danielson at any opportunity. Danielson controlling the legs now of McGuinness. Taking the champion off of his feet and working over the ankle.
As you saw in that video package, such a storied history between these two men over the past several years and throughout the world. And now here in Japan, seeing this matchup, this pairing, live and in person, a great treat for the fans here in Tokyo.
McGuinness still in a great deal of pain right there as Danielson working over the ankle one more time. And the story is told right there by the face of Nigel McGuinness. As Danielson snaps back down one more time.
No. Yes.
These two men showing off their technical skills right here. Danielson still with the legs tied up, reaching back and grabbing hold of the wrists as well. Danielson has the shoulders of McGuinness against the canvas for a near fall right there. Still with the legs tied up. Into the Moodalock he goes.
Submission predicament for McGuinness. Trying to free himself. Danielson still has it locked in, and McGuinness grabs hold of the head of Danielson, trying to free himself.
Come on,
He's got the chin lock.
Almost like a dragon sleeper position.
Danielson still has the legs of McGuinness tied up.
And now he's got the arm of McGuinness as well.
No.
Just back and forth exchanging the advantage, all the while their legs tied up with one another. As Nigel crawling toward the ropes to force a break.
Great display of counter wrestling by both of these guys as they continue to be tied up. And Todd Sinclair trying to extricate Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, his leg is trapped. He can't release the hold. What's he supposed to do? Okay, he has until 5, referee.
Nigel visibly slowed here as Danielson very cautiously looking to maintain the advantage. McGuinness back to his feet in the corner. It's one thing you got to be careful about with McGuinness in the corner. He likes to lure people in and do damage, and it's now face-to-face. Danielson and McGuinness with the uppercut, however, from Danielson.
Come on, Nigel, huh?
Trying to get in the head of Nigel McGuinness a little bit. You know, both men love to call themselves the best wrestler in the world as well. Nigel's the one who can actually back up that claim because he does have the title belt. It would mean a lot for Bryan Danielson's claim if he could pull out a win here in this non-title match.
Yes!
Tomorrow night, Bryan Danielson has the opportunity to go for the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship against Kanemaru.
Come on, Bryan! Let's have you!
Nigel firing back on Danielson, who's down on a knee, and Nigel telling Danielson to bring it on. Quickly grabs hold of the leg, takes McGuinness off of his feet. Nigel trying to escape, however, Danielson puts a stop to it. Almost like a variation on a half crab by Danielson, as he has the foot right behind the knee of McGuinness, who rolls to his back. Danielson, however, sits down, wrenches back on the ankle, but the crossface by McGuinness just punishing Danielson here. Was able to free himself and wrench back down on the legs.
Once again, we find these two great scientific wrestlers, hold-for-hold wrestlers, down on the mat, exchanging the advantage and applying a lot of pressure, doing a lot of damage. And now snaps across the face. Amidst all this great wrestling, it still comes down to their temper sometimes.
Well, there is a deep, deep rivalry. We mentioned it earlier. And a lot of times it's not just a battle of skill, it's a battle of wills.
Ooh, forearm strike from Danielson.
Count.
Shoulders down to the canvas, only one. Forces him down again, and once again it's a 1 count.
And Nigel has got the leg of Bryan Danielson. Turns it around, chest first down on the canvas, has the leg tied up, as well as the chin lock applied.
It's the 3rd or 4th time since the open of this matchup where one guy has had control of the other, and there's been a great counter just out of nowhere and allowed the advantage to be taken back by the other athlete.
Danielson maintaining control of the leg of McGuinness and turns it around on him. But Nigel reaches the bottom rope with his other foot, and Danielson releases the hold.
Danielson cautiously releases the hold and makes his way back to his feet, and again, never taking his eyes off of McGuinness for a moment.
And lock up, and it's McGuinness able to back Danielson into the corner, who does escape. Danielson sandwiched between McGuinness and the turnbuckle. Not a clean break right there from the champ. Drives the elbow into Danielson, and once again.
That one knocked Danielson down to the canvas. He's clutching his jaw as McGuinness grabs him by the hair and drags him back to his feet. Scoop up by McGuinness and a hard slam. First real high impact maneuver of the matchup.
Again, handful of hair from Nigel McGuinness. He's got Danielson back up. Another body slam, plants him. Just jarring that back of American Dragon. Went for a cover, but kicking out at 1.
McGuinness not relinquishing the advantage for even a second as he quickly drags him back to his feet. Went for another slam and a roll-up by Danielson. It's a near fall himself and then quickly rides McGuinness, who smartly stays off of his back. But unfortunately, when you stay off your back and try to stay on your belly, you give your limbs to Bryan Danielson, who is very adept at punishing the arms of his opponent.
He's got one arm trapped in hammerlock position, trying to get the other, but Nigel trying to protect his arm from being in control of Bryan Danielson. And he's got it now.
Very similar to a maneuver that Nigel McGuinness likes to use on many occasions as well. Normally Nigel has his back across his opponent's arm on top, bending it back against the grain, but Danielson content to just step on it and force it to the canvas.
Same pressure with both versions of that hold. And Danielson able to get the near fall right there twice. Trying to roll Nigel McGuinness against his back, but Nigel doing a good job of keeping himself away from being in a pinning predicament once again. And now Danielson into the front chancery. Both men back to their feet. Wrenching up on the front chancery is Danielson.
Yeah, it's difficult to get a lot of pressure on that hold when you're giving up that much height. And it was rather easy for McGuinness to escape the hold right there. And then drives the knee right between the shoulder blades of Danielson.
Making it very difficult for Danielson to breathe from that position. Rolling him to his chest once again.
Nigel floats over to the front face lock as Danielson trying to get to his knees and break the hold. But again, McGuinness jockeying for position, traps that arm. Danielson contemplates his counter to this maneuver. Back to his feet, but a quick back heel trip by McGuinness sends Danielson down to a knee and then down to the canvas hard.
Todd Sinclair right on top of things. The shoulders were not against the canvas for a near fall right there. Though Nigel is controlling Bryan Danielson and wearing him down quite a bit with this hold.
Third time down, but this time a reversal by Danielson, and he's got the hammerlock on McGuinness. Nigel went to the well one time too many. Danielson was ready this time, and another great counter by Danielson to McGuinness.
Holding on to the hammerlock, Nigel back to his feet. Chest first into the corner. Referee looking for a break here from Bryan Danielson. Controlling the arms of McGuinness. Trying to drag him to the center of the ring, but Nigel drives Danielson into the turnbuckles. Back first. Elbow into the midsection. Thrust to the throat from Nigel.
Nigel now starting to get a little more aggressive in the corner. Reversal, though, by Danielson. Nigel puts on the brakes, catches him with another elbow. Headstand in the corner. Mule kick sends Danielson back to the center of the ring. And another cover. Hooks the leg. No.
Danielson able to kick out. Pulling Danielson back up. The ROH World Champion has Danielson backed into the corner.
Jockeying for position here. Sinclair again trying to get a clean break. And doesn't get it yet again. Thrust to the throat by McGuinness.
Sends Dragon back first. He tumbles out of the corner after colliding with the turnbuckles with great force. Back first, and now it's Danielson clutching at that back.
Come on, Bryan.
Danielson very slow to try and get to his feet. McGuinness now starting to taunt him. Danielson backing towards the corner. Looks like he's getting fired up here. Nigel brings him back out. European uppercut. Danielson lands in the corner, but does not leave his feet. Slowly dragged out to the ring by McGuinness. Another European right on the button. Nigel starting to assert himself here. Knife edge chop to the chest. Another European. Knife edge chop from McGuinness. He's starting to pepper Bryan Danielson in the corner here.
What a combination of maneuvers from the ROH World Champion. And now all the way across the ring with the European uppercut. Danielson is in a bad way right now. Snapmare out of the corner. Kick to the back. The upper back of Danielson. Lateral press by McGuinness, but Danielson kicks out. Nigel not hooking the leg on that pin attempt. Both men back to their feet. Side headlock grabbed by Nigel McGuinness. Danielson, though, forearm shot to the rib cage. Sends Nigel into the corner. Danielson charges, but Nigel moves out of the way. Kick to the back and down across the chest with the arm.
A trademark combination right there by McGuinness. Hooks the leg again very deeply, but Danielson able to power out at two. Single leg by McGuinness trying to turn Danielson here. Looking for the half crab. Can't get him. Nigel still hanging on to the leg of Danielson.
Still trying to maybe get that half crab, but Danielson looking for a counter, and they wind up in the ropes. Nigel McGuinness, though, still holding on to the leg of Danielson, who's now got the second rope. Who's going to be able to get the advantage here? Danielson has hold of the top rope. Back to his feet, Enziguri. Butterflies the arms of McGuinness. Butterfly suplex. Cover. Only two.
Great counter right there again by Danielson. Gets a near fall. As McGuinness had to dig down to get the shoulder off the canvas. Danielson on the attack now. As the head of McGuinness headbutt right to the side of the neck. Nigel in the corner, set for the ride. Puts on the brakes, headstand. Couldn't hit the mule kick this time. Got tagged with a drop kick by Danielson, who quickly goes to the top. McGuinness trying to get his bearings. Missile drop kick from Danielson.
Beautiful drop kick from Bryan Danielson. Nigel to the floor, and Danielson back to his feet inside the ring.
Second win here by Danielson. It's McGuinness on the floor. Bryan looking to take a chance.
Nigel put a stop to it. He's got Danielson's head. Tower of London to the floor. The Tower of London to that hard floor. Danielson took the chance of going for that dive, and Nigel put a stop to it. Grabbed hold of the head of Bryan Danielson, hit the Tower of London to the floor, and now back inside the ring. Cover.
1, 2.
No, only 2.
Great job by Danielson, able to kick out right there as McGuinness didn't give him a chance to recuperate on the floor whatsoever. Immediately went for the cover inside the ring, but didn't have enough to put him away. But the half crab might slow him down a little bit more here. Nigel sitting very deep in the hold.
Danielson with all the strength in his body trying to crawl toward the ropes to break the hold. He's so close, but Nigel really sitting back with it.
Danielson continuing to crawl as Nigel drags him back to the center one more time. Is Danielson going to give it up here? Sinclair says no.
Changes direction a little bit and reaches the bottom rope. Forces a break of the half crab, but that maneuver took a lot out of Bryan Danielson, clutching at his back once again. Nigel McGuinness with Danielson. Off the ropes comes Nigel, but Danielson with the forearm. Jawbreaker, but a rolling elbow from Danielson.
Knock McGuinness all the way back to the corner. Series of strikes now from Danielson attacking the midsection.
Danielson all fired up.
Telling him to count him out.
2.
Danielson might have a knockout victory here.
That big combination of strikes in the corner.
5.
Can Nigel make it back to his feet?
6.
Having trouble breathing in the corner.
7.
Up to a count of 8.
He's up.
9, Nigel's back up. Running forearm strike from Danielson. Waistlock. German suplex for the bridge.
2.
Only 2. It's got the arms of Nigel. We see cattle mutilation. No, he doesn't have it.
Nigel rolled through, used his momentum to avoid the submission hold right there, but Danielson's got him trapped. Elbow. Another elbow. Just driving down to the neck and head. Repeated elbows from Bryan Danielson.
Wearing out McGuinness, still controlling those arms. He's got him back in a standing position, driving Danielson into the corner, trying to break free of this hold. Nigel forced down to his knees. Danielson with the arms. Cattle mutilation. He's got it. No, he had it for a second. Nigel, though, dragging sleeper position.
It's Danielson back to his feet now. Elevated by McGuinness. Tower of London. What a counter.
Cover. Hooks the leg. Oh, only 2.
McGuinness and Danielson have wrestled each other on so many occasions. I don't think I've ever seen that particular counter to the cattle mutilation by McGuinness.
And able to immediately convert into the Tower of London as well. Both men digging down for energy to continue to fight here to get the victory here in Tokyo.
Just measured him for that slap from the left side.
Come on.
Telling Danielson to bring it on, and he does.
Oh, what a slap. An exchange of open hand strikes by both Danielson and McGuinness.
Oh, a knee strike by McGuinness, and Danielson went down in a heap.
Nigel placing Danielson across the top rope. Chop across the chest. Nigel loves to hit a lariat from this position. Can Danielson get out of harm's way? Nigel hits it.
Oh, Danielson went down hard on that knee. Cover.
2.
No.
Able to kick out, but yeah, how much damage was done to his knee right there? As he came off the top rope, he came right down with all of his body weight on the knee as well.
He immediately grabbed at it when he hit the canvas.
He's hurt. Nigel to his feet. The ROH World Champion with the advantage here in this non-title matchup.
Nigel not wasting any motion, being very deliberate here in his offense with the advantage.
Danielson looks so worn down. Nigel with momentum off the ropes. But maybe playing a little possum was Danielson. Rolls him up. Bridge. 2.5.
Oh, very, very close right there. But McGuinness slipped out the back door. Single leg pickup. Nice counter by Danielson. Back to their feet. Drop down. Up and over goes McGuinness. Elbow from Danielson. Danielson off the ropes with momentum. Elbow from McGuinness. Both men face to face. European from Danielson. And one right back from McGuinness.
Measures McGuinness for a European uppercut of his own. Both men staying on their feet, though. Danielson, another European uppercut of his own. Nigel still up. Who's going to go down?
European from McGuinness. Both men obviously worn down here from all this punishment. Another European. Nigel right back. Neither man wants to back down here. That one blocked. Lariat avoided.
Nigel on top. Sunset flip by Dragon. Nigel, he's got him down. Danielson with the cover. Back and forth they go with leverage. A series of near falls. Both men exchanging them. Right there, all came down to positioning.
Just counter wrestling at its finest by both of these great athletes. But again, neither man able to gain a sustained advantage here. Single leg by McGuinness, kicked away by Danielson. Right back to their feet. Single leg. Danielson flipped over, lands on his feet. Small package.
1, 2, 3.
He got him!
Here is your winner, American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
You have just witnessed why this can be considered ROH's greatest rivalry. Bryan Danielson wins this chapter of the feud. But can Bryan Danielson tomorrow night here in Tokyo take home the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship?
Arigatou gozaimasu. Tonight, I beat ROH World Champion Nigel McGuinness. Tomorrow, I challenge GHC Junior Champion Kanemaru. Please, tomorrow, come out, support ROH, support me, GHC Junior Champion. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu.